Hi guys, here I have a steak. What should I make different with this steak today? Let's find out. So welcome back again to La Familia Rosa. Here I'm going to take this steak and I'm going to slice it against the grains, very thin. I feel like making pepper steak today. So stay tuned and watch how I make my way this pepper steak. So after cutting the steak in thin slice, we're gonna marinate this for 30 minutes in the refrigerator. And we wanna make sure that we have all the seasonings. Here I'm adding some pepper, at least a tablespoon. Remember, it's pepper steak. And I'm gonna add some sesame oil, at least a tablespoon. And we're gonna cover this and we're gonna put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. I'm also adding some baking soda. This is gonna help seal all the ingredients and keep the moisture when we're cooking it. So I would say around 3 teaspoons should be enough. Make sure and add some cornstarch, at least a teaspoon. We want to get that sauce thickened once we have everything going on my electrical wok. And here we're going to add a tablespoon, or a little bit more than a tablespoon of soy sauce. And this is to taste, so you might add a little bit more, a little bit less. I always dash a little bit extra. After all this, I want to wash my hands and make sure I get all the ingredients nicely mixed. And then I'm going to put it in the fridge. I didn't have no wax paper or anything to cover this bowl, so I just used plain aluminum foil. Here I'm going to start with the vegetables. I am using 1 whole red pepper. So I washed it. I am going to get all the seeds out and I am going to slice them in little strips. Here I'm cutting up a green bell pepper and I'm doing the same thing. Getting all the seeds out so I can have all my ingredients to the side, because once you start making this, it's going to go pretty quick. Some people use green peppers, some people use onions. I use a mixture of both because of the color. Here's the bowl. And finally, I'm going to cut up an onion. So here I'm going to start to make the sauce for the pepper steak. And I'm going to use a tablespoon of oyster sauce. I'm going to use a tablespoon of soy sauce. You can use light if you prefer. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of water. Tablespoon of cornstarch. Teaspoon, not tablespoon, teaspoon. Teaspoon of sugar. and around a tablespoon of black pepper. Move this around. Gonna add around 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I love garlic, so this is to taste. And I'll be adding some ginger while I'm stir frying the rest. So I have my electrical wok here on high sear. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. I start throwing in my meat. So I put the meat to the side, and now I'm gonna put in the vegetables. And I still have it on sear high. This is gonna go pretty quick. I'm also gonna add in the ginger. This smells delicious. And what you're looking for is that onion to turn translucent. So here I'm gonna add the meat that I had marinated for 30 minutes in the refrigerator with all the spices and stuff. And this is gonna go pretty quick. I just wanna make sure it gets a nice color and make sure it's tender. Remember, we already pre-cooked the meat and we sauteed the vegetables. Here I'm adding the sauce that we had aside, and we're just gonna give it a couple of minutes to make sure it's well stirred. So here, this is the final product. I have some white steamed rice with some pepper. Hope you liked this video. Please hit that like button and subscribe and follow La Familia Rosa. Thank you.